Hi there, Dal from Challengers Comics, here to talk to you about the week's new books for Wednesday, July 30th, 2025. If you can see the bottom two shelves, you're going to see a whole lot of catalogs because it is not a gigantic week of books. And yet, we somehow ran out of #1 new first issue signs that, honest to God, I don't think has ever happened on the biggest weeks we've ever had. So you might be wondering, Dal, and I thank you for getting my name right, Dal, how is it that you can have such a small week and yet have run out of #1 new first issue signs when, looking at the wall, it seems like there isn't a single new ongoing series? Well, viewer, listener, this is a fifth release week for the month, the fifth Wednesday of the month, and as such, basically every publisher decided that they would only do one-shots and miniseries, so we have 1 billion one-shots and miniseries out this week and no new ongoing series from any publisher that we carry. Let's get into what we've got. Bring on the bad guys. Loki, a new one-shot in what is normally a 7-issue limited series. DC's KAL-EL-FORNIA Love, working really hard on these pun titles for a DC summer special. Fence Breakthrough Game Changer, a new one-shot for the popular young adult fencing sports series from Boom. God's One World Under Doom. This is a new one-shot by Ryan North, tying into the One World Under Doom event that he's writing, featuring the Gods characters created by Jonathan Hickman. Godzilla vs. Boston, a new one-shot for the Godzilla vs. America line, featuring characters from the New England area. On the left, you've got Hayden Sherman, who's writing and drawing a story. On the right, Jesse Lonergan, who's writing and drawing a story. Justice League Dark Tomorrow special. This is an epilogue aftermath for We Are Yesterday. It's co-written by Mark Waid and Mark Guggenheim, two Marks who spell their names slightly differently. The first names, they spell their last names completely differently. And this is following up on some of the time-lost characters that were stranded in the modern age at the end of We Are Yesterday, We Are Tomorrow. It's Dark Tomorrow, Oh We Are Yesterday aftermath. Pretty fun issue. Mega Man Timelines gets a Mega Man X one-shot. A new Speed Racer miniseries from Mad Cave. Spider-Man versus the Sinister 16. This is the last of the J. Michael Straczynski weird team-up one-shots. This is the weirdest team-up of them all, and that includes the Aunt May Clea backup and the Rocket Raccoon Doctor Doom team-up that kicked everything off. I thought this was delightful. Star Wars High Republic, the finale. I believe this is the final issue for the High Republic initiative event, imprint, whatever. The Voice Said Kill, a new miniseries that we were supposed to have gotten last week, but every single copy we got was damaged. This is a new Southern crime thriller from Cy Spurrier and Vanessa Del Rey. The War, a compilation of the individual chapters that appeared in the Hello Darkness anthology from Boom. This is Garth Ennis, Becky Cloonan doing an incredibly good, horrifying nuclear war story. It's not your traditional horror story in that there's no slashers or supernatural elements or anything. It's just kind of a Cold War style thriller, but in the modern day. Really fantastic, incredibly dark. This collects the first 3 chapters, I believe. Werewolf by Night, Blood Moon Rise. I think this is a one-shot, and it is co-written, it looks like, by Michael Giacchino, who did wrote and directed the Werewolf by Night Marvel Studios special that came out a couple years ago over Halloween. What If Goofy Became Spider-Man? This is another one of the Disney, what if a Disney character became a Marvel superhero? And Savage Wolverine. This is a compilation of the Marvel Unlimited strip with art by Devmalia Pramanik, who is the artist on Moon Knight, and also I think is going to be illustrating the upcoming Sorcerer Supreme big ol' fight comic book. And where we ran out of signs was Titans Annual 2025, #1. Not technically a #1 issue because it is the second or third annual they've done for this series. On top of that, not really a great jumping on point, but if you're a longtime Titans fan, this is Phil Jimenez writing and drawing an incredibly good and very detailed story of Donna Troy, kind of basically giving us the new definitive DC all-in origin for Donna Troy up to the present. I thought this was phenomenal. I don't think I've ever really been a Donna Troy fan, certainly not to the extent that Phil Jimenez is, but this really won me over. Graphic novel-wise, we've also got Simplicity, the new graphic novel from Maddie Lubchansky. If you buy this while supplies last, we do have a free comic, Escape from Zillionaire Island, that Maddie wrote and drew that you get for free just for picking up Simplicity. Anyone who pre-ordered this has already have that comic waiting in their box. If you pick a copy of the graphic novel up off the shelf, we will make sure you get one. Finally, this is a giant compilation of all of the X-Men Hellfire Gala stories. This includes the first year, which was like 22 parts, and then all the follow-up stories. Look at how thick this book is. This is a big old thick book. I think the Krakoan era is maybe one of my all-time favorite eras of the X-Men, and this collects some of their biggest, most interesting stories. And that is it for the week. Again, not a gigantic week of new books. I do want to drill in real quick. I talked about all the number ones and stuff, but let's talk about a huge returning book. This is Lucky Devils number 4, the anxiously awaited new chapter from Charles Soule and Ryan Brown. Got a chance to read this a few weeks ago, and it only gets better. Sad that Ryan had to take a little bit of time off, but if you read the back of this issue, you'll get an idea of why he needed that time off and how lucky we already have him back still drawing this book along with Charles and assistant Xander Cannon. There's also an Andrew McLean cover. So again, not a massive week, certainly a massive week if you like free catalogs, but a good week of stuff. Friends, let me tell you, it's only going to get more insane from here, so enjoy this little respite you have. Come get some comic books. I'm so tired. Thanks for watching. Keep reading comics.